All right, let's get started with the first Excel example. This is the example called top 20 cars. I posted the Excel sheet on Canvas. So in this, what's happening is, suppose this is the sales of cars by a set of dealers or something, a national chain. What's happening here is we're given rows of manufacturer car sales in 2011 and 2010. The other thing we have done is it's ranked by the number of sales in 2011. All right, the first thing we can do, let's go ahead and instead of ranking it by 2011 sales, let's rank it by 2010 sales. How do you do it? How do you do it? So that's basically sorting. So to do sort, let's select your data set, go to data tab, and then basically click sort. Now you get to choose. So first thing, very important, and people sometimes forget about it, if your data has headers, click this. If not, don't click it. So my data has headers here, so my data has headers is what is clicked. You want to sort by, so we wanted to sort by 2010 cells. Now we know, looking at this, we know which model was sold the most. Now I want to see what was the scenario in 2010. So I want to sort by. You get all the columns here, all your variables here. I want to say sales 2010 values. So do I want to go smallest to largest or largest to smallest? So let's say I want to go largest to smallest. Haha, voila. So Camry was which was number 3 in 2011. Number 3 in 2011 is number 1 now, and you can again give the rank here. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Say rank in 2010 sales if you want. Let's make it a little bit look better looking here. Let's do wrap the text. Okay, and you can say, okay, this is the 1, this is the 2, and you can do it and so forth. Oh. Okay. Something else you might be interested in, say, okay, which model sales went up by the most? Basically saying, what is the change in percentage change in sales? Say percent change in sales from 2010 to 2011. 2011. Okay, now let's again to make it a little better, wrap it the text, so that doesn't look very good, but that's okay. All right, to get the percentage change, so it could be anything. Your income changed from last year to this year, or number of students changed in the university from last year to this year. To do that, what we do is we subtract the change from this year, the later year, to the previous year or the base year, and divide it by the base year, the previous year. Okay, this is the mistake people make. This is the mistake people make. You want to divide it by the base year cells, not the new year cells. Let me make this look a little better. Convert this into percentage because we are more we see the percentage better. All right. Well, you can see Toyota's sales went down by 13%. Toyota Camry sales went down by 13%. What is our Corolla's sales went up by 2%. Honda sales went up by 15%. Nissan sales went up by 31%, and so forth. Okay, now suppose I want to rank this whole data set by the change in the change in how the stock how the number of sales changed. So to do that, again, what we did earlier, data, I want to sort it by the percentage change in sales from 2010 to 2011. Suppose I want to go largest to smallest. So we'll see Hyundai's sales went up by the highest, that is 134%. Again, we are discounting this Fiesta because there was no sales data for this for 2010. Nissan sales went up by 104% and so forth. Right? So the first thing of analyzing the data is looking at this very simple thing, sorting by the variable you might be interested. You might see a pattern. Sort by your previous year's data, sort by this year's data, sort by the changes, right? One of the mistakes people make in calculating changes is, remember, the change, to calculate the change percentage, you have to divide by your base year, the old year. Okay? So don't make that mistake of dividing it by the new year. Another thing, in the sorting and filter, while we are at that, another thing we can do is filtering. So what we can do is, suppose I just want to see the sales information for a manufacturer, say Toyota. So what I can do is select my data, again go to the data tab, and now click filter. Okay, I want to filter by the manufacturer. So there is a tiny little, there's a box thing here. I want to go manufacturer, and the trick is click the select all and it will deselect everything. By default everything is selected. So I want to go say Toyota. Ta-da! So now it shows me the data, or it shows me only the data relevant to Toyota. That is, it will look for all the values in that column and only show the value, the rows corresponding where that value matches. Right? Okay. Now let me go back to the previous. We'll clear the filters. All right. Okay. Now, what else we can do is pretty similar, and I want to see, say, suppose, and again, this is a, why do we do presentation or all this, making this data look a little better, is sometimes to make the presentation better. Suppose I want to highlight the models for which the sales went down, right? So what I can do now is, it's a conditional, that's what we call conditional formatting. We want to say, so we want to select the sales data here, so all the way from here to here, and where the sales, the change was negative, I want to find, so you can go look for conditional formatting, right? And what we're going to do is highlight the sales rules, and if this value is less than, if this value is less than 0, you can highlight it any way you want. Say, suppose green field. Okay, well, that's a bad, so let me make it a red instead. Okay, perfect. So if this was not sorted by the now it's because it's sorted, it's all at the bottom. Let's sort it by our default, that was our data, and sort, let's sort it by 2011 cells again, back to where it was. All right, so we have highlighted the rows, the values where the sale dropped from 2010 to 2011.